Is there any superhero media that perfectly parodies the righteousness of comic book characters in the way that The Boys does? No, the creators of the show have come up with an even more interesting concept that explores the world of Homelander from another perspective.
Where did you find that kind of courage?
We're going to explore the newly released trailer of Gen V in this video.
We're made of steel.
What is the spin-off of The Boys going to be like? A few days after the third season of The Boys completed filming, Amazon announced that they would start work on a spin-off that explored new perspectives in the franchise they were building. They did great work showing how adult superheroes would behave in a world where superpowers were possible, took the whole evil Superman genre and built competently fleshed out characters from it. At this point, they started to feel comfortable with experimentation. The introduction of a new plot, perhaps? What do you think of a plot that explores concurrent events that show just how incredible and vile superpowered teenagers and youth adults from that world would be? It seems like the showrunners of The Boys decided to borrow from the Marvel Universe's concept of Professor Xavier and his school of gifted youngsters, only clearly more twisted and maybe even much more interesting. The title of the spin-off is Gen V. Many Gen Z fans are looking forward to seeing heroes that are, in ironic ways, quite similar to them. We don't even have to wait for long. The first trailer is out, and the show itself will be coming out sometime in 2023. The coming of this show was even foreshadowed in the original one. In The Boys, the superhero company Vought International shared a picture of their social media of the cushy environment they had created for the new generation of heroes. After watching the trailer, though, the only thing that comes to mind is, cushy environment? I watched the trailer with a friend in silence, and the first thing he said was, "Wow, that's a lot of blood." It was like the people that put it together decided to compile a 2-minute video of the goriest clips in the series. If you're expecting a family-friendly show, you're out of luck. Godolkin University, like every other private university, to be honest, will pit hormonal teenagers against each other in an epic story of crime fighting, sexual intrigue, and conflict of ethics. The icing on the cake is that these aren't your regular type of teenagers. These are super-powered kids who do not have to play by the rule, or do they? Who are we going to see in the show? There are a lot of new faces amongst the vast and even more unpopular ones. Jazz Sinclair and Elizabeth Broadway are the major hitters. Jazz is going to play Marie Moreau, and Elizabeth is going to play Emma Shaw. We also have Chance Perdomo, Maddie Phillips, Asa German, Shelley Kahn, and Derek Liu as the main characters in the movie. Reoccurring appearances would include Jesse T. Usher as A-Train, Colby Minifie as Ashley Barrett, PJ Byrne as Adam Burke. We also see Alexander Calvert and Clancy Brown in the trailer, so they're also expected to be a part of the show. The introduction of this many new characters and actresses show us that the producers are committed to the concept of building up. For many of them, this would be the first big project that would bring heightened visibility to their careers. It's up to them and the producers to make sure that it's worth it, and they would definitely be gunning for top performance. We would also see Arnold Schwarzenegger's son Patrick in one of his rare ventures into acting. He is joining the fray as the superhero Golden Boy, one of the brightest stars in Godolkin University, with unrivaled thermonuclear powers and charisma. Patrick said in an interview that the show is basically Euphoria with superheroes. That sounds like an awesome comparison. Personally, I would be tuning in. Would you? When exactly would you be able to tune in? And is it going to be worth it? The eagerly awaited show, Gen V, is expected to finally premiere in 2023, just before the 4th season of The Boys is released. Unfortunately, no exact release date has been announced yet, so you have to wait a bit longer for it than anticipated. Despite this, the wait will be worth it. The audience's taste for extreme superhero stories with excessive violence and gore was developed by watching The Boys. Likewise, Gen V will follow suit and continue this trend, ensuring that fans get what they want. There is also the fact that the few people who have seen it and worked on it are already hyping it up. Seth Rogen especially has recently talked about the show and assured fans that they are absolutely going to love it. He describes the clips he has seen as completely insane. He works as a producer on the development of the show, alongside other talented names in the field like Craig Rosenberg, Tara Butters, Evan Goldberg, and many others. All precedents are set. There's a splendid concept, a trailer that promises much talented actors and showrunners on the project, and last but not least, a legacy to follow. Alongside the original show, they may just be the most anticipated shows in 2023. But then, what do we know about the fourth season of The Boys? The highly anticipated fourth season of The Boys is already in production and is expected to premiere in late 2021. Season 3, which provided answers to long-standing questions posed by the fandom, was so successful that it spawned a spin-off series. The show has effectively blended fantasy elements with contemporary political and sociological issues, as well as present-day military implications in America. Fans have been eagerly waiting new episodes since the end of Season 3 and are now eager for more details about the upcoming season. Leaked on-set photos tell us that the shooting has already started in Toronto from as far back as August this year. If we're going on a rough estimate, this will wrap up in March 2023. Post-production would wrap up work shortly after, and then it would be released sometime in the fall. There is much to look forward to, by the way. The ever-growing lovable cast, and I use the word lovable loosely, is going to be one thing you should watch for. We already have a ragtag collection of morally askew characters. The show is going to be brightened by new ones in Season 4. The superheroes Firecracker and Sister Sage are the new heroes gracing the screen. We don't yet know their powers, but Firecracker's costume is the typical red, white, and blue that the nationalist heroes in The Boys usually sport. I believe this could allude to her being just as corrupt and debased as Homelander is. They could even be allies. Valerie Curry will play Firecracker. She is noted to have a firearm on her costume belt, so she might not even have powers. Sister Sage sporting a brownish golden costume, and many from the orange is the new black audiences will notice her as a familiar face. Given her name and the aura around it, we expect that she is versed in the mystic arts. Whether or not she would be okay, the side of Homelander is yet to be seen. Other characters that would again become reoccurring faces include Simon Pegg as Hugh Campbell. The #1 A-Train hater, Rosemary DeWitt, would also be joining the cast as his wife. Nobody knows what exactly is going to happen, but if you're under the impression that all of the characters are going to make it to the end of the season, you are being very optimistic. In the comic books, there were many twists and turns in the comic books, but at the end of the day, spoiler alert, even Homelander didn't make it. I doubt the anticipation on screen would take such bold steps to kill off significant characters that are fan favorites, but there definitely are going to be a few deaths in the Season 4 to spice things up. There is the fact that Ryan Butcher, Homelander's son in the show, was not included in the comic book. This significant plot point could lead to very different occurrences in the show than in the comic. We could also see new alliances forged on the side of Homelander and on the side of Soldier Boy, who is determined to bring him down. One such potential ally is Victoria Newman, who is becoming the Vice President of the United States and would not have access to many types of technologies. It sure is fun to speculate, but then again, we might just have to wait for the first trailer to be out before we really have an idea of what is going on. Oh, and did you know that Homelander killed Black Noir in the last season? Rumor has it that he will be making a comeback on the show this season, as on-set photos of him with the rest of the Seven have recently been leaked. Brace yourself, this upcoming season is sure to be full of unexpected twists and turns. If you enjoyed this video, please be sure to show your support by liking it and subscribe to our channel for more updates like this. Also, we'd love to hear your thoughts on The Boys Season 4 and the new Gen V show in the comment section below. Thank you for watching. Have a great day.